some fans are saying, hey, we should be scoring more points and things like that. But man, I'm just gonna be thankful that we winning these games. We're coming out on the winning side, because last year we were coming out on the losing side.
So how do you truly feel about your team, Dave? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you.
Well, people, you hear sometimes that we're the worst 5-1 or worst 4-1 team in the history of the NFL. No, when someone asks me, do you think we're a good team? Yeah, of course I think we're a good team, because good teams win. And how we're winning is playing all three phases of football pretty efficiently. We're not turning the ball over. We've flipped from one of the worst teams in the last 4 minutes of the half to the best team in the last 4 minutes of the half and in the end of game. So and we're causing turnovers. So we are with our special teams, we're the best team when it comes to field position. So we are a good team because we're doing those things, and good teams win football games. So that's where I think we're at.
Yeah, and I know we're gonna get into, kind of a question about the Eagles' loss, but I always say, and you never want your team.
That's in the past.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
But you never want your team to lose. But I'm truly just like in life, man. I'm sure everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel, Dave and Rap, we can all agree to this. Like, you learn more from your losses and your defeats than you do from your wins.
Right.
And one of those things that you did see that happen with the Vikings was that, Justin Jefferson was, kind of shut down. I mean, if you watch the tape, you could say that he was shut down at some point. You could say that Kirk was messing up on other points of the game. It was a really weird game that they were playing after they looked so promising in their first game. But, Rap, I asked the same question to you, man. How you feel about your team so far?
Yeah, man, I'm all the way on a high, man. I just think that for sure, and I know we're gonna get into more, but I just feel like we them, man. We them boys, man. And it's funny, Dante. Remember when we first did our very first show when you had me on? I asked you about the Eagles, and I said, why is everybody hyping up the Eagles? Well, now that we're seeing it in hindsight, it's like, wow, maybe there really was a reason. There was really a reason, and you kind of called it. I know you said that, there's definitely a reason why, because they do have the talent, but we weren't expecting Jalen Hurts as a big key factor. Nobody was really expecting him to play the way he's been playing so far, man, in the offense. But, we took that one L. But after that, what I'm saying, we've been just beating teams, and we've been beating them how we're supposed to beat them. You know what I mean? Like, I know some fans are saying, hey, we should be scoring more points and things like that. But man, I'm just gonna be thankful that we winning these games. We're coming out on the winning side, because last year we were coming out on the losing side. So I'm lit, man. I'm right here on the purple Kool-Aid, man, for sure.
Hey, and rightfully so, man. You're only as good as what your record says you are, right? Regardless of what teams you play. I mean, it's kind of like, I compare your guys' season to what's going on in college football. They reviewed the top 25 teams last night as far as the college football playoff rankings, and a lot of people had a lot to say, but I'm like, hey, North Carolina to me is one of the most suspect teams, but they're 7-1. So you can't really downplay their success for who they played. They are what their record says they are, and it would look weird not to have a 7-1 team in the top 25 right now. And it's, I'd say the same thing for you guys. Like, you play who you play, and how you responded to the Eagles' loss says a lot about your team. And like I said, I know that's one of the questions for later, but you guys got to hold on in the chat for that one.
Yeah, man.
So, just for me, I still feel good about my pick. And a lot of people called me crazy. A lot of people looked at me sideways when I said I had them and the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Chargers, looking kind of iffy. But I've been right about the last two Super Bowls. I said the Buccaneers, and I said the Rams are going to win. I've been on a good winning streak so far. So,
Let's go.
They don't
rocking that Thielen jersey too.
Hey,
let's go.
They don't call me Nostradante for no reason. So
I'm telling you, let's go.